Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about DMIT, Dermatographics Multiple Intelligence Test. This is such a wonderful, revolutionary technology which will help us in understanding a very basic problem of today's life, that is stress. We need to understand that why we are feeling that there is stress in everybody's life today. Even a 3-year-old child is stressed. Why? The reason of stress may be the competitiveness, maybe the comparison, maybe the confusion. The baseline is we have forgotten a very basic thing, and that basic thing is we all are unique, we all are different. For some, public speaking is very natural, easy, and for somebody it is the most tiresome experience. For somebody, logical calculation, mathematical problem is actually a peace of mind, but for somebody it is a hell lot of trouble. Why we all are different? Why is a thing which is easier for me gets difficult for somebody and vice versa? The basic reason to understand this, we need to go back to the brain and understand how it works. Our brain, the ultimate machine, the central processor which make me different than you. What's different? For that, let us understand what is brain. Our brain, who's responsible for all my behavior, for all my activities, for everything I do, is divided in 5 lobes. They are called prefrontal, frontal, parietal, temporal, occipital. Each lobe is responsible for a particular task, for a different set of work it performs. Again, our brain is divided in 2, left and right brain. Left is controlling right side of my body, right is controlling left side of my body. And each lobe behaves differently in left and right. So, in a layman language, I can put it across, there are 5 left compartments, 5 right compartments. So, my brain is divided in 10 compartments. So is yours also. So, where is the difference? The difference is the nervous system. There are 120 billion neuron cells in our brain, which are distributed in these 10 compartments in random order. This distribution is asymmetric for everybody. The compartment which is having more number of neurons becomes a strength area for me. The task related to that particular compartment would be a strength, whereas the task related to those compartments where neurons are lesser would become ultimately weakness for me, and I won't like that work, I won't enjoy that work. Now let us understand why we are stressed. I became stressed when I'm doing something which relates to my weaker compartment. Similarly, I'll get frustrated when I'm not doing something which relates to my strength area, because strength area means more potential energy in that compartment and energy needs to be released. If I'm blocking that energy, I'll ultimately get frustrated. But how do we measure that what is strength and what is weakness? Because no medical test can tell us that what is my neuron distribution. This problem was solved by a Nobel Prize winning theory which was given to us by 2 renowned scientists named as Dr. Rita Levi-Montalcini and Dr. Stanley Cohen. This research established the correlation between our nerve growth factor and epidermal growth factor. Actually, this happens during pregnancy. 13th week of pregnancy is the time when neuron distribution starts, and it gets completed by 21st week. During this time, our nervous system expands throughout our body and leaves impression on 5 places of the body. One of them is hands. Now, this hand, that is my right hand, it depicts my left brain, and these 5 fingers, these 5 compartments of the brain, and this hand, these 5 compartments of the brain. So by taking these 10 fingerprints, we can understand what is the neuron distribution of the brain is, what is the strength area and what is the weakness area of any individual. This science which studies the relation between our strengths, weaknesses, characteristics and our fingerprints is called dermatographics. Now coming to multiple intelligence. The concept of multiple intelligences was given by Howard Gardner, known as the father of psychology, and he told us that each one is intelligent, but intelligent in a different manner, and there are 8 types of intelligences each individual possesses, but in varying degree. These 8 intelligences are intrapersonal, means my relation with myself; interpersonal, my relationship with others; logical intelligence, understanding cause and effect, calculation; linguistic intelligence, how do I put across my thoughts, my feelings, my viewpoint; kinesthetic intelligence, my bodily movement; musical intelligence, music and understanding intent of the talk; visual intelligence, which is required for forcing my visual intake, visual memory; and finally the naturalist intelligence. Each one of us is having all these 8 intelligences, but in varying degree. The problem is, how do I come to know that what is my strength and my weakness? The solution is BrainBuddy, which conducts DMIT test and generates a report which categorically can explain what is strength area for you and what is a weak link for you. In BrainBuddy, we have generated 5 types of reports. The first one is the behavioral report. The behavioral report tells what are my inborn strengths and weaknesses. Which multiple intelligence of mine is on top, which is average one, and which is on the low. This report tells us that what is the correct learning style of an individual is, especially for kids, students. We all study where we are all having different learning styles. I know many parents who say that morning time is the best time for studies. And otherwise, my simple question is, what is the correct learning style otherwise? Should one make notes? That is the correct style? Or group study is better? Or some people have a habit of playing music while studies? It is right. This report clearly tells that how your kid would learn better by doing the things, by visual input, or by listening or discussion mode. This report further tells us our intelligence quotient, emotional quotient, adversity quotient, and creative quotient. Most of us has heard about IQ and EQ, AQ, adversity quotient. How many parents feel that the performance of their kid, or even as an individual, the performance under pressure reduces? The simple reason is a poor adversity quotient. If in this report I came to know that my AQ is low, I should choose a profession, or I should study in such a manner where performance pressure or the pressure of meeting deadline should not be there, because in those scenarios my performance would be lesser. So this report clearly tells me the values which way I should go. Further, this report tells us our personality type. How do we react in a particular situation or a circumstance? That we can understand. This report also tells us the best suited co-curricular activity for the kids. There are n number of activities today. I am a father too, and I want my son should participate in the debates, should be good in games, should be good in speaking, expressing himself, should be good in maintaining relations, should be good in computers, gadgets, blah 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 blah, n number of things. We need to understand. By now we are clear that each task corresponds to a different compartment. I just wanted to make a request and appeal to you. Please let us not make robots. We are human beings. No two individuals, no two persons on this planet are alike. Each one of us is having strengths, is having weaknesses. All these tasks are related to different compartments of my brain. Some I can do better, some I may not do that better. Let us understand what is right for me and what is wrong for me, and what would be the best suitable co-curricular activity for my kid would be, this report can clearly tell me. This report further tells me what is the correct parenting style. How do I nurture my kid? Parenting is very simple. Parenting is just like farming. It is all about nurturing. I need to first understand what is the quality of my seed, exactly what a farmer does is. Then I have to sown in that manner only. I can understand the quality of the seed with this report. And finally, and the most importantly, this report tells me how to raise a happy, stress-free, and yet successful child. I want to make a request and appeal to you. Childhood is simply amazing. It's great. Let us not kill it. Let us not kill it with our expectations, with our just competitiveness, with all those comparisons. Let us make kids happy. It's my request to you. The next report is career guidance. Choosing a right career probably plays the most important decision in one's life. I'll ask you a very simple question. You would be knowing many doctors or many good professionals, they have come out from very good institutes, but yet not very good in their career. Why? How many architects do you know who have done their master's degree from a reputed institute, but yet their practice is not good? And there is a person who has done a simple draftsman course, and yes, he is doing wonders. We need to understand a very, very simple thing. The education, that study portion comes from a different compartment, and when we start practicing that career, it is a different compartment. If my first compartment is strong, I'll excel in studies, but if second is not, I may not do well in career. What this report can tell? It will tell you what is the strength area for you as per your brain for practicing purpose as well as for study purpose. We can choose a right career having this report. So after 9th, after 10th, say class 7th onwards, we start getting into a line where we need to choose the subjects. Should I go for non-medical, medical, commerce, arts, computers, engineering? If engineering, which trade? Would I be a good civil engineer or electronics or mechanical or computer? This report clearly tells me. The third report is the skill set report. I'll recommend to all those who are ready to choose the profession now. They have already taken admission in engineering or masters in any field, but now they are looking in which particular department should I go. Would I be good in sales or operations or back office or technical part? This report helps the organizations in putting the right person at the right job, as well as this report helps an individual in getting a right position where he can utilize his strength in a manner which would be beneficial to him and to the organization also. And the next one is the compatibility report. We all understand that choosing a right partner in life or understanding the partner I have got can make my life heaven or hell. This report tells me what my partner wants from me, what are his strengths and weaknesses, what are the traits of his or her personality is. And when I understand that what the other person is, I can adjust much better, I can accept much better, I can make my relation stronger, I can make my life more beautiful. This is such a fantastic report which aims at improving relations, improving quality of my life. And finally, the lifetime report. This covers all the aspects given in behavioral report, career guidance report, and skill set report. This is the report. I would recommend it to you, to each one of your family members, to everybody to whom you love, because this would ensure a life, happy life, a life where success is not compromised. In Brain Buddy, we firmly believe that being happy, remaining happy is your fundamental right. And to each one of you, I wish from the core of my heart, I pray, have a happy, have a successful life. Thank you very much.